And we begin with breaking news out of Los Angeles. After 9 days of deliberation, a jury has found Harvey Weinstein guilty of rape. This is the second sexual misconduct trial for the disgraced film producer. Journalist Steve Futterman joins us live now from Los Angeles. So Steve, break down what we know so far.
Well, we're getting the information right now. The jury has come back in the last half hour announcing its verdict at the downtown criminal courts building. Harvey Weinstein was facing 7 charges. The jury came back with guilty verdicts on 3 of them. And as you mentioned, including one of the most serious charges, rape. Now, we don't know who the victim was because in the indictment, these people, the accusers, were named as Jane Doe 1, 2, 3. I believe this was Jane Doe number 2, but he was found guilty of that. Now, this could lead to many, many years in prison, in California prison. He was previously, as you also mentioned, convicted in New York. That was around 3 years ago, and he was facing up to 23 years in prison, although that is being appealed right now. The case here in Los Angeles was basically to supplement that. In case Harvey Weinstein won his appeal, might he be free? Well, the verdict here of guilty seems to indicate that that will not happen, although it's very likely his lawyers will appeal. We don't have a sentencing date yet, but he could face around 20, 30 years in prison if given the maximum penalty on this one rape charge. There was 2 charges, I believe, that there was a hung jury. That's up to the prosecution now to determine, are they going to charge Harvey Weinstein or have him face a trial once again on these hung jury charges.
And so, as you mentioned, Steve, Weinstein has already been convicted in New York. So what impact will this current ruling have on his future?
Well, there were many people who have been, he has so many dozens of accusers. There were many of them who were very worried when the state Supreme Court in New York took his appeal. They weren't saying they're going to rule in favor of him, but they even considered the appeal. Many people thought it would be thrown out. Once that New York higher court took the appeal under advisement to consider at least, there were worries that, well, if he's set free, he'll be back on the loose again. The accusers, the people who had been really after Harvey Weinstein, did not want that to happen. So the trial here in Los Angeles, in addition to just having him face the charges that he was accused of, was also a way to have a backup in case he was set free, in case that trial had so many judicial errors that he was set free. If that ruling was overturned, you may recall the Bill Cosby case was overturned and he was set free. So this was sort of viewed by many as a backup in case he wins successfully his appeal in New York and the entire case is thrown out. No indication that's going to take place, but that was the view of many here.
Steve, thank you. Journalist Steve Futterman reporting in Los Angeles.